Michelle back here again with another video, and today we've got an exciting topic and it's going to be a very helpful topic as well. So it is about overcoming artist's block and resistance. So I know I touched a little bit of it in the Q&A and I might reiterate a few things here and there, but it'll be a video entirely on its own and full of useful ways that you as an artist, or even somebody who's not an artist and just has this big block against something and resistance that you're feeling, you'll be able to learn something as well. Not having a creative spark to create anything can be very disheartening for an artist. And here are a few ways that we can do to help get out of that artist block and resistance. So here are 10 ways for that. So number one, embrace the pause. So have no guilt about taking the time off for yourself and doing what you want to do. You can also watch a movie, like I mentioned in my Q&A. You can read a book, and if you don't want to read a big, thick fictional book, read something that's got pictures inside, like a children's book or a comic or a wildlife magazine, just something that's visually stimulating, that doesn't require you to think too much. Let somebody else show you the creativity for a change, so you can get ideas from them. Number two, change your environment. Your environment is very important. So if your space is cluttered, then you're going to have a cluttered mind. So definitely change your workspace up a little bit. A few decorations here and there, maybe change how it look, do a little deep clean or something. If you don't have the energy for that, your space is pretty much minimalistic and you're still in that artist block space, still in that resistance phase. Then go for a walk, change the scenery that you're looking at on a daily basis. And if you're in the middle of the city, just go outside for something different. Just changing your scenery and changing a different perspective will help you greatly. Number three, set manageable goals. Take a big project that you're working on, if you are working on a big project, and cut it down into small steps. So focus on the small things first, and those small things will add up to something big. And you'll still feel accomplished, and start rewarding yourself for those small little goals instead of saying, oh, I still need to do that, I still need to do that. This is taking too long, I'm not getting anywhere. Break down the big project, put it into small little steps. Number four, create without pressure. Oftentimes as artists, we put lots of pressure on ourselves to create. We want things to be perfect, we want things to look good. We want to be able to accomplish things in the right time frames. We want to have strong time management. We get too overwhelmed and then we can't reach those goals that we wanted to set, and we end up getting disappointed in ourselves. Take away the pressure completely. Take some time, just do something that's creative and do it for yourself. Don't set a time limit on it, just work at it at your own pace and have fun with it. So create without that pressure. And even if the outcome comes out not that great, don't worry about it. It was the journey that counts. It's the journey that makes a difference. It's the process and effort that you put in instead of the outcome. Use this time when you are creating without pressure to play and experiment. So for example, I'd recommend doing an abstract where you could take spray paint, gold leaf, liquid acrylics, inks, and just create an interesting piece altogether. And don't worry about the outcome, just let the colors flow and forge their own path, and something will actually come up out of it. And if nothing does, that's okay as well. You've used and enjoyed your art supplies that you had in your art studio, and you created something that was emotionally moving to you at the time, and you can hold that painting to the side. If it's not something you want to run and look at, you can actually just continue adding to it. Make it that painting that you never finish, and you're always adding the leftover paint you have on your palette, the leftover materials that you have. It's just a painting that never gets done, and it's just a pile on of paint, and lots of fun and experimenting. You might even find a new technique in the process too. Number five, revisit old artworks. Revisiting old artworks can really help you see what you could do for future projects, see what you can improve on, and see where your strengths are in those old works. Like for me, I've got this painting up. This is one of the recent ones that I did. Well, I say recent, within the last couple of months I did it. I think I did it back in last November, December of 2024, and this is March 2025. So this painting is called Resilience. So I felt it a fitting piece to put on display when I was talking about overcoming artist block and resistance, because we must be resilient through all the blocks that are around us. So when I look at this piece, I do feel inspired to create more pieces that are inspiring for other people too, and can help them get past those mental blocks that they might have. Number 6, do creative prompts and challenges. Now, the internet is filled with creative challenges that you can do, especially Pinterest. Just type in art challenges and it'll give you like a monthly thing that you can do, like every day you draw something. It'll give you certain ideas and challenges that you can do as well. But anyways, follow other artists. Sometimes artists have monthly challenges that you can take part of. I know there's a couple illustration pages that I follow that around October time, they call it Inktober. So they give you a bunch of ideas to sketch. And then there's always something like a month dedicated to a certain thing. So yeah, opportunities are endless. Internet's filled with certain ideas that you can do, so definitely look into one of those, and even use an image generator and create something from there. You'll be surprised at how creative you can be. So number 7, focus on the process, not perfection. So this also ties in with the other one, with creating without pressure. It's important to focus on the process instead of focusing on the outcome and focusing on like the perfectionist details that you probably could add to the paintings or any kind of art creative thing that you're working on. So number 8, collaborate with others and seek feedback from others as well. Oftentimes we are our harshest critics, especially as artists. When we think something is not nice, somebody in our family or one of our friends could actually say it's actually not that bad and it's actually quite great. So seeking feedback from other people, especially people that you trust, can really help. Now, if you seek that feedback and they have got something negative to say, well, then take it as constructive criticism. They only say because they care. It's also important to get that feedback as well. You can't always get positive feedback all the time. So learn to embrace also that negative feedback too. Maybe that negative feedback can help you see something that you wouldn't have seen initially if you were just getting positive feedback all the time. And it might help you break out of that artist block phase, and you might think, oh wow, I can actually do that to solve that problem. And also collaborate with other fellow artists if you can, or just follow each other on social media. Social media is a great way for artists to connect together, especially Instagram. Make new friends and encourage one another in the comments of each other's posts so you can keep rooting each other on. Sometimes a good encouraging word on a bad day can actually really help an artist. Number 9, rediscover your artist within. Take some quiet time, take some solitude, and ask yourself the questions. Why were you an artist to begin with? Why is this the path that you've decided to choose for yourself? There has to be a reason. You wanted to create, you felt this deep desire to create. And although you might not be feeling creative at the moment, getting back to the origins of why you created could actually help you create more, or help you get back into the momentum of creating again. So look at your daily life other than your creative space. What other passions do you have? What drives your soul? What movies do you like watching? What music do you like listening to? What books do you like to read? What food is your favorite? What places are your favorite to go to? Make a list of your favorite things all together. As an artist, you're attracted to certain forms of artwork that other people have created, and being able to see what draws your soul to certain things could actually help you get inspired to take a little bit of that creative energy that those creatives are showing you, and can help you create more. Finally, number 10, be kind to yourself. Self-compassion and self-love is very important as a creative person. Like I said, we're oftentimes our harshest critic, so we need to take some time and treat ourselves to certain things. Take ourselves on an artist date, take ourselves somewhere nice, treat ourselves to that little treat here and there, just to say congrats and reward yourself after accomplishing certain things. Give yourself little incentives to change your routine, do a nice routine in the morning and the evening that can make you feel confident and strong. We must also, as a part of self-love and self-compassion, know that overcoming resistance and artist block does take time, and somebody else might be overcoming it as well, and they might do it a whole lot quicker than you are overcoming it. So you mustn't get disheartened thinking that you should just give up. Just carry on. Everybody approaches things differently. Everybody has their own journey to do, and everybody will overcome it in their own time. So you don't need to worry. So those are my 10 ways on overcoming artist block and resistance. There's probably so many more ways, and if I have missed one, definitely leave it in the comments below and help each other out. So now for the story time. If you want to hear my story on how I overcame artist block very recently, I'll tell you a little bit about it. I did touch a little bit of it in the Q&A. So with painting this past year in 2024, I was painting non-stop. I was always in the art studio. I was always creating, always trying to hit those deadlines, always trying to not fall behind. Sometimes I did, and then I used to take on multiple projects at once. All that time all together put into those paintings, all that effort, all that hard work, I felt a little burnt out afterwards. I just got so overwhelmed with trying to focus on other things that I neglected my artwork. So I started off with doing a challenge. So that was one of the ways I recommended. I did the 100 Heads challenge. I've actually got my spread open here. So this is just a sneak peek of the first 2 pages of my 100 Heads challenge. And I probably could tweak them a little bit more, especially the ones on this side. But I found it very enjoyable to be able to create these pictures. So these ones over here, the 3 on this side, were the ones that I did when I was trying to get my creativity back again, and I felt doing the emotions on the people's faces really helped me connect again with why I became an artist and the storytelling I want to show. So when I was doing that, I was also having my record player going on in the background, and it was so much fun to be able to have the golden oldies music playing on. I think I was playing Vera Lynn. A lot of people probably won't know who that is. So I will do a video in the future of my 100 Heads challenge and all the 100 heads put together, and that's going to be very exciting. And hopefully by the end of this year, I'll have my sketchbook completed. I really want to complete a sketchbook. I've never completed a sketchbook ever, so I would like to complete that whole book in 2025. Okay, so another thing I did was this mixed media abstract. This is like an abstract that was done with spray paint. It was done with acrylics, fluid acrylics, so like liquid acrylics, and then inks. And it has gold leaf in it too. I put a little gold leaf in, and it's also been touched up with acrylic washes and oils. So these are mediums I don't generally use in my traditional process. These are kind of things that I like to do when I've hit that creative block and I just want to let the paint forge its own path. Now, as you can probably notice, it's a little bit of a mess, and it's not something I've advertised. So this is personally one in my art studio that I see that, I don't know, might add something to a later stage, but it's more a showcase of how I overcame that artist patch that I was in. At the same day, actually, I decided to do an alla prima portrait of an ornate hawk eagle. Now this is a picture that I saw on Pinterest, so I just painted it off my phone. And alla prima is a wet on wet technique that you literally do it in one sitting. So this was done in one sitting, and I didn't make any additions the following day, so you have to really focus on the painting itself and not overwork the colors to create a muddy color palette. So it was a great study, and I love birds, so it was a great way to get back into the flow of painting and oil painting again. And then I decided to do the artist's way. So I know I recommended this in the Q&A as well, so this is very recommended. I definitely recommend this. This talks about healing your inner child and artist dates and everything. So a lot of my ideas come from this and have inspired me to be creative again and just assess what it is I need to do to get out of that resistance period. Like I mentioned also in the Q&A, comfort movies are a go-to for me too. If I'm ever needing to break away from the little rut that I'm in, I just go put on a comfort movie and escape from the world a little bit. So I definitely recommend that too. This all helped me get out of that creative block that I was in, and it helped me on the path to finally getting my website started. So my website is currently in production. It should be launched soon. Depending on when you watch this, it probably has launched already, or it's probably up at the moment that you can go and enjoy, because this overcoming artist block and resistance is also going to be as a blog post on our website too. So I'll link the link for that down below, and you can go see my website, see my artwork, and you can read my blog posts as well. This is just an interesting tips video on how you can overcome artist block and resistance, and even if you're not an artist, you can overcome resistance with these steps as well. So anyways, take care, have a lovely day, and TTFN, ta-ta for now, see you in the next video.